Hey everyone, welcome to another episode, a movie review. I am your host, Austin. I am also here with my uncle Eddie, and we are going to be here reviewing some of our favorite movies and movies that we've seen. And before we get into the movie, we're going to introduce ourselves. I'm Austin, as I said. I am a teacher, teach special education, but also enjoy watching movies, so that's why I like to review movies. What about you, Eddie?
Yeah. And I'm Edward Jones, and I work in construction. Uh, Probably don't look like it, but I do. Been in construction for 20 years. It's a long time. I know I look young, but I've been 20 years working construction. But yeah, I'm married, got two kids, and yeah, life is good. And this is my nephew.
Yep. Okay, let's get into the movie. So today's movie we're going to be reviewing is Scream 7. It's been a lot of Screams that's come out, but this is Scream 7. Have you been a fan of the
Yes,
Scream
Scream
movies?
number 7. What's that?
Have you been a fan of the Scream movies?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been a fan since the beginning. Yeah, I've been a big fan. I've always enjoyed them. What about you? I know you have.
Yes, Scream is my favorite movie franchise, actually.
Okay, okay. I hear that. I hear that. Yeah,
No matter how
yeah. Good
many they come
old
out with,
Ghostface.
I'm going to go see it. Yeah, yeah.
I hear that. Yeah, yeah. It's a good
So for this,
franchise. Good. My bad. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead. What was you about to say? Yeah.
No, I was just saying. Yeah, it's a good franchise. It's been going this long and it's still going strong, and it's good. I enjoy the Scream movies.
And before this movie, particularly Scream 7, brings back Nev Campbell, who was not in the Scream 6 movie for pay pay demands. But anyway, she's back for this movie, and it's basically about her family and her bringing it back to her. And I like that because I like the other Scream movies, but without her, it's not Scream.
Right, right. Yeah. I felt the same way. I was like, without Nev, I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't as it was a little different. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
And so we open up the movie with the traditional scream scare moves part. Um, they are as a couple at the beginning of the movie. They're going to an Airbnb that is based off of Stu Moncher's house from the original first Scream movie, and so they go visit it, and of course they have the memorabilia of Scream. Scream is pops out different things, and you think it's Scream, but it's really not. Ghostface, excuse me. But then Ghostface comes out and actually kills everybody. What do you think
right.
about
Yeah,
this
yeah. That was crazy.
opening scene?
Yeah, like you saying, they it was like set up with all the like a it was like a little themed Airbnb thing of the Scream movies. Well, what they call it on there? It's a movie
The
within the Scream
stab.
movie. Uh, Stab, yeah. But they had it set up like that and everything, and like I don't know, you watching it, you're just sitting there thinking something's gonna happen right here. You know what I'm saying? And then something ends
Yeah.
up happening. They started off right with that. I feel like.
Yeah, me too. Would you ever stay in a Scream inspired Airbnb?
No, I wouldn't.
What?
I wouldn't stay in
Why?
no kind of scary. I wouldn't stay in no kind of scary theme Airbnb or whatever. Nah, I don't know. I'll watch the stuff on TV or the movies. Staying in a place with that stuff around, it's just just give me the creeps. I don't know. What about
They
you?
actually do really have. They actually do really have one. I think it's in California. People were staying at. I think when like Scream 6 came out or 5, one of those, and people were actually staying at it. I was interested to see about staying at it, but nobody wanted to go.
Yeah, maybe with. I mean, obviously you would go with some people. I guess if you have some good friends and you go, it'd be cool. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I'm
want
not
to be
staying
the
by
one to
myself.
be scared. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. So we get introduced to Sydney. After that scene, we get introduced to Sydney and her life outside of Woodsboro, the original Woodsboro. She's now living a quiet life. She runs a tavern, bistro type thing, and she's different than she was before. She's like a lot on edge now, and her family doesn't know her
Right.
past
Yeah.
with Ghostface. What do you think about that storyline of them not knowing her past of Ghostface?
Yeah, it was kind of like they they didn't know her past and everything. She didn't really want them to know it, but it kind of added some suspense to her life, basically. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And then, and so then we get the first instance that something about to happen when dead Stu Monster calls her on video chat while she's at work and reveals that he's allegedly alive. That part
yeah, yeah,
scared the I don't know what out of me.
yeah. When I
That
seen
was
that,
the
I was
scary
like, "What?
part.
How is he alive? Like, what's going on?" That made it interesting. Like, huh? You sitting here trying to think how? Like, what?
Yeah. I mean, they
But I
did
I like that. I like how they.
well. Yeah, and I feel like they did a good job
Go ahead.
of bringing him. I thought they did a good job bringing the actor back into the movie with that part.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about that too, because I had seen online where they was saying he was on. I was like, I thought I seen his name on there, and I seen him on there. I was like, how are they gonna have him on there if he done died? Like that don't make sense. But oh, he was on here though.
Right. During that video chat, he says that he is coming for Sydney's daughter, Tatum, and this gets her really on edge, and she just goes into Sydney mode and tries to find where Ghostface is and protect her daughter. Do you think
Right.
this going after the daughter was a good plot point?
I think it was.
Okay,
What about you? What do you think?
it was. I because it gives like it's kind of like passing the torch. Like you have the mom, but now you're passing the torch, and younger viewers can now have Tatum's side of the story.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of feel like it was
So
setting
then we
up
get
for. My bad. I kind of feel like it was setting up for like uh, um younger, more people to carry on the legacy of this Scream. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
I think it is. What did you think? Okay, so
Yeah,
we get
yeah,
Ghost Ghostface is coming. He's coming back. So he's at the school now with her friend Tatum's friends, and he just starts killing people at the school.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was just, and then like every time you see the person in the mask, you're thinking, just like back in the day when we were first watching them, you're thinking, who is that? Like, who could that be? Because you're like, is it him or is it, you know what I mean? It's like they always have different people in the mix, not just one. It'd be a bunch of them. So you're just kind of like, okay, who is that? The whole movie, you're trying to figure out who it is, and if he's still really alive. At this point, you're still wondering if he's still alive, actually, and everything.
Mm-hmm. But one thing like after watching all of these movies, I be wondering how can Ghostface be all these different people? If that makes sense.
Yeah, but it kind of was like he's always like he's always there, so it's kind of made sense that it was just not just one person running around doing all this stuff, like
Yeah,
Jason
yeah.
or something. Like Jason's Jason, he just pop up everywhere, but Ghostface, it just like, now he was just right there. Now how he right here? We just knocked him down. Now how he up over here running?
Right. All right. The next part in the movie, Sydney and her family are approached by Ghostface in the house. He holds Tatum at knife point in the house, and I remember that scene. I remember her talking to her mom, and he comes up behind her, just grabs a knife.
Right? Yeah. I don't know. You kind of
So,
be
what do you think about that
you kind
scene?
obviously you be thinking the movie. Obviously you be thinking the movie's going to continue because it's a long movie, but you don't know what's going to happen or who's going to die, when, and where, and all this stuff. So all the stuff when it be happening, you be like, oh shoot, are they about to die right here? I hope not. Like, I hope they able to break free and get up out of there. But it'd be hard to tell. That's what I like about the movies because you can't tell what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, at what time. So
Yeah. What did you think about in the movie how they made it seem like it was other people that it wasn't? Like I know they had like the next door the boy, the son that was one of their friends, but he had no part in the movie. Everybody just assumed it was him.
yeah, they were just trying to put two and two together, and they were trying to make it add up, and that's how it is. You trying to think of who's doing something, who's doing it. You'd be thinking every time, every time this happens, you ain't around. It's you, but you don't know what to think. You don't know who it is. You're just questioning because you can't tell who it is, what's going on. So you start accusing people, different people of that could be the person doing it or helping with it in some way, at least.
Right. But then we get a Gail Weathers comes back and she runs over Ghostface with her car, and that's how she made her
Hmm.
burst on the scene. And I like that part. That was funny.
Yeah, I think everybody in the theater kind of cheered a little bit, like, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that part too.
And then they go to the mental institution to find out about if Stu is still really alive. And so they get a backstory from one of the nurses who worked there and says that Stu been out of the institution.
Yeah, he been
Like this
gone.
man been gone.
Right, right.
So were you believing that Stu was alive this whole time? Like whenever he said he was alive, did you think, oh, he's alive, or no, he ain't alive?
Yeah, at first I didn't know what to think. I was kind of like, I mean, maybe he could. They wanted us to believe he was alive, but then it started. Different things started pointing to no. It's I feel like it's somebody like making the AI thing of him or something. You know, later on in the movie, it was kind of like, nah, he's still alive. It's somebody doing something with the AI and everything. And then you realize that is actually what was happening.
Right, yeah. Because we get a FaceTime call and his face turns into all the previous Ghostface killers in the movies.
Yeah,
And so now I'm looking
yeah,
like, oh, he ain't alive. This is AI.
right. And then we're really thinking about who is this then? Who could this be that's doing this? That's that invested. I feel like that's an investment of time creating that program or whatever and doing
Yeah,
all that stuff to make it seem like it's somebody. I mean, they ain't necessarily have to create a bunch of things, but just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Being able to do that and make it seem very suspicious with the AI stuff.
it's essentially, and I saw somebody say this on Instagram. It's essentially telling us how bad AI is for us
Mm-hmm. That anybody can be
when it
anybody. You
becomes the
think you're talking to
killer.
somebody and it's somebody else pretending to be them. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Scammers.
Then we get the big reveal of who nobody, not even myself, thought it could be. Ghostface is turned out to be Sydney's neighbor, Jessica Bowden, who was a fan of Sydney's books. That was the weirdest plot point ever.
Yeah. Yeah, it was her and who else? Who all was it?
The
Was
nurse
it?
at the the nurse at the mental institution.
Yeah, yeah. I was kind of getting confused with the screen before that I had recently watched. Yeah, it was the
Huh?
that nurse guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was crazy.
which he already looked weird. He had already looked weird in the scene, so I was already suspicious of him, but
Yeah, I was
I
I was
never thought
kind
he
of
was the
thinking
killer.
vaguely he might have something to do it, but I was like, I don't know. Not he's weird, but he I don't think he have anything to do with it. Then lo and behold, he did.
Right. So was this a good reveal to you, or did you think it should have been somebody else in the movie, just based off the characters in the movie right now?
Yeah, I think it was good. What wasn't it? Yeah, they kept suspecting it was the boyfriend, right?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
am I thinking? What am I thinking about part six? Yeah, they kept suspecting that it was the boyfriend, and I was kind of like, they putting too much emphasis on it, so I don't think it's him. But I was like, I don't know, like he might have something to do with it because he's always in the wrong place at the wrong time or right place at the wrong time. Right place at the right time. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I just feel like, to me, if we would have got a little bit more of the woman who was the killer, like we just seen that one scene when they was all sitting outside the house the first time Ghostface came to Sydney's house, but then after that we didn't see the mom anymore, and so we're like, now she's the killer all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you're saying, seemed like we would have seen her some more, so you could kind of thought back to the times you've seen her in the movie and been like, oh, she was there, she was there. But it was just like you thinking back, like,
Yeah,
what, did we only see her like one or two times? Like, what? Like, it ain't really nothing to think back to when she was around to kind of tie the pieces in after you know it's her.
right. And so they end up shooting Jessica in the head, and she dies. And Tatum
Mm-hmm.
gets what she wants to learn about her mom's past.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that was the. That's what she kept saying. Shoot him in the head. I remember she kept saying that. And didn't they say that in some of the last ones too?
They said it in
But
about all the
basically,
movies, and
shoot them in
nobody's
the head and
listened.
make sure they dead.
But nobody is listening.
Yeah, shooting them in the chest and arms and stuff. They probably got a vest on under that black suit, black outfit.
I'm weak. I'm weak. So after watching this movie, what do you rate the story, 1 through 5? The story.
I give it. I want to say the story wasn't that high up for me. I want to say a good 7, just because it could have been. You know, as you're watching it, you see what's going on, and then when it ends, you kind of focus on all the different um, scenes, and then you pinpoint it was a lot of scenes and stuff, a lot of different places, but it kind of wasn't a lot of different places. Um,
Right.
I just felt like it could have did more. It was more that they could have done with anything. It's a lot more that they could have done, but I just give it a 7 because I feel like it's that much more that they could have done as far as that.
Yeah. I
What
think
about
I
you?
give it a 6. I give it a 6 because
Mm-hmm.
I did. I mean, we could have had. Okay, we could have went with Stu being alive. Let's say that. I don't think we needed the AI part. He could have been alive or not, but we didn't need the AI portion of the movie. I didn't like the AI of that's why he's alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's. I liked it and I didn't like it. If that makes sense, because it's kind of it's either they did too much with it or not enough with it. I don't know how to explain it, but I like the AI aspect of it, but it was a bit much. I feel like they
Yeah,
could have
yeah,
did that one good time and then been done with. I don't know, but yeah,
yeah.
that's why I gave it a 7. You gave it a 6, but I was like, I can't give it no 8, 9, or 10 now. But I'm like a
Uh-uh.
7, maybe 6.5. I'm like, I'll give it a 7. Give it a solid 7.
Right. For cinematography, what do you give it? So that's like how it looked and felt.
Cinematography, it looked good. Like comparing it to the other films, other of the movie series, it looked good.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like these movies do a better job of making you feel like you in the movie than the other scary movies for me.
Yes. Yeah. Like when they be running and stuff, it be like I'm in there, not running with them, but you can feel the intensity of it.
Yeah.
You
All right, and
remember that
then
one scene when remember that one scene when they was in the what is it where they do the play at? Well, I can't think.
theater.
Yeah, the theater. Well, I couldn't think of theater. I was gonna say auditorium. But when that girl was swinging, oh man, that
uh,
had my. I was like, oh man, she gonna swing right into that knife, and basically that's what happened. That part was
that's what
that
happened.
part was a lot to me. I kind of had to close my eyes for a quick second, but you know, you want to close your eyes, but you're like, nah, I want to see it, but I don't want to see
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
that was
that's right
like the
now. What about the
goriest
act?
part to me.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
I hated it. Yeah, I hated that scene. It made my stomach hurt.
Yeah, like it's like I could feel it almost like like I know that hurt. I know for a fact that hurt. It had to. It looked like it hurt.
Right. And what about the acting in this movie? What do you give it?
It was okay. When I look at movies, I don't go too deep into stuff, but it be a lot of. I like when it's a lot of dialogue, but sometimes it be too big of pauses in between the talking, or not big enough pause in between the talking. But for the most part, it'd be too big of a pause in between them talking and stuff. It just doesn't. It's not a lot of times in the movie where I felt like that, but sometimes you felt like it just wasn't natural. It's got to feel like
Right.
natural conversation and stuff. Yeah,
And then the kills. How do you think the kills were? Because this is a scary
they were good.
movie.
Like that one I just
Scream
mentioned.
is known for kills.
That one I just mentioned was real
Yeah,
good.
I think that was about the most gruesome one.
Yeah, and then like I mean, when they was in the house and he was in the wall, that was scary because it's like they know where they at, but don't know where they at. It was kind of just scary. Like they might end up getting stabbed through the wall trying to run by or something. I was like, I hope none of them get got.
Not a good guy.
And they do stuff like that on purpose to have it suspenseful. Like you don't know if somebody gonna get stabbed or not during this scene. You know, even though it be, and I'll be thinking about that too. Like, the main character, you be thinking, nah, they not gonna die this quick. But sometimes they'll prove you
Right.
wrong, and it be somebody you thought was gonna last, and they be gone quick. Before you know it, it's like, dang, they gone, man.
Exactly. All right. So, what is your favorite scary movie? We talked about mine. Mine is Scream. I love Scream. What is your favorite scary movie?
Well, like I was telling you, it's this movie called Daybreaker, and I was kind of like, is that like a horror scary movie? And I looked it up. It's horror, but I don't think. Have you seen it?
I've never seen it before.
Well, it's a different take on um like a different take on vampires. It's almost I want to
Mm.
say, and I need to go back and watch it, but it's almost like the majority of people are in the world are vampires, and then it's just a select few of humans. So it's different as opposed to like normal movies like that. It's more humans it's like the world is based off of them vampires as opposed to humans and stuff, and then I don't. It's just a different take on it, and it was really good. But I don't remember everything about it, so to speak, and I don't want to like tell everything about it. But it was just a interesting take on that. It was real good. I liked it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that.
And and I used to like the um you remember the Evil Dead movies? Like, I mean they were real
Yeah.
creepy. Real creepy, especially the original ones. And then they came out with a newer version of it some years back. But the original ones were real creepy. Like you watch it, it's just like the graphics and stuff were kind of bad, but that added to the creepiness of it. Um, I liked
Yeah.
them. I guess I probably shouldn't have liked them as much as I did, but I was like, it just the creepiness of it was like, it just make you feel real.
You know what I was thinking? Scream should do what it done and do a series of like
A series, yes.
How Sydney's family got first in contact with this whole Ghostface and Scream and what happened with her family and stuff. Because it all started with her mom. Don't nobody know that. It all started with her mom dealing with something. And so I think that would be a good, like a backstory.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that's what I like about stuff like it. Welcome to Derry. Like it's a pre. I love a prequel because you know what's going on. Stuff be happening on movies and stuff. But when they do a prequel, it'd be like the backstory, and then it'd be like, "Ooh, I didn't know that," so that adds more context to what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Yeah, I do too. So what's a scary movie that you would not watch or that you don't want to watch again? Because I have plenty of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. Let me tell you something. Um, the Conjuring movies. Have you seen any of
Uh-huh.
those?
Yeah, I actually like
You have
those.
seen all of? Yo,
Yes.
me and Tanya, me and my wife Tanya, we went and seen the first one when we was first started dating. I didn't know she didn't like scary movies, but I didn't think it's gonna sound crazy. I kind of didn't care. I wanted to go see it, and I wanted to take her with me. But I asked her, I was like, "You want to go?" She was like, "Yeah, we can go." And we watched it, and then afterwards, she was like, "I don't really watch scary movies," but she was like, "That one, it was scary, but it wasn't." And you know, the first Conjuring don't really show much. Um, it do, but it's all kind of like suspenseful stuff. But I watched that one, and I think the second one, the last ones, I haven't watched. I'm scared to watch them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm scared to watch them.
They're
What
not that.
is it? Four of them or five?
It's five.
Well, the last three I ain't watched, and
Because don't
I
they
know
spin, I don't know if you know, but don't they spin off into like the Annabelle movies?
it's all connected. I seen it a while back, but I had long seen it. But it's like Annabelle, Conjuring, and some other movies connect, and they be like, you need to watch them in order. And I'm like, I ain't gonna watch them in order because I ain't gonna watch the other Conjuring. So, but the last one, the newest one, I remember seeing like the preview for it online, and they were showing like it was like a priest or somebody was praying over people before they went into the theater. Uh-uh. Nah, I'm
Mm.
okay. I'm good. I'm good. You gotta do all that. You gotta do all this. It
Yeah,
ain't meant for me
no.
to see you.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry.
Well, the only
That's
scary movie
too
that I
much.
will absolutely, the only scary movie I will absolutely not watch ever again, or don't even want to watch, is Pet Cemetery. Those freak me out. I
Oh,
can't.
yes. That's funny you said that because I was talking to a coworker. I'm 40, in case nobody knows, and he's 20, I think. And we was talking about movies and stuff, and we got on the topic of scary movies. And I was like, "What's some scary movies you like to watch or whatever?" And he's like, "I'm gonna tell you that Pet Cemetery is scary." And I was like, "Yeah." And then I'm thinking about the original, and I seen the new one too, but he's talking about the new one. But then I kind of like how they have newer versions of stuff for the newer audience. Cause he didn't even know it was an older version of Pet Cemetery. But I'm like, the original's good and that one's good too, but it is creepy about like the Pet Cemetery. Yeah, that that was scary.
I watched them
And
one
that's
time
Stephen King.
with my mom, and yeah, I watched them one time with my mom, and the lights had to be on. I'm not watching them in the dark, not by myself. No.
But something about I mean a cemetery in general, but some pets in the cemetery. I don't, it just made it even
Yeah,
more creepy.
they
Yeah.
buried the cat, and then the
Uh-huh.
little girl opened the door, and there the cat stood with blood all up. Nope, it got me out.
Yeah. Because cats are creepy in general, in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Nope, don't do it.
But yeah, but yeah, like I had watched that. I wasn't really into horror movies and stuff like that. Like I say, I watched them and I watched them here and there, but I had watched that, um, like the newer It movies, and then that Welcome to Derry, and then I was like, I started watching a lot of Stephen King stuff, and I was like, Stephen King really was his pen was heavy in the horror movies. Like he's well known. I knew he was. Everybody knows who Stephen King is. But every time I turn around, after you watch one thing that's by a um certain person, other stuff start popping up like on the streaming apps of them, and it's a lot of stuff. I'm like, I didn't know this was
Yeah,
Stephen King. I didn't know this was Stephen King. I didn't know, which it's not necessarily. It's not really. I don't even think it's horror at all. But Shawshank Redemption is Stephen King. I just recently found that out.
I didn't
I
know that
didn't know
either.
that. Yeah. Um. But yeah, I kind of got into it. I was like, kept seeing stuff. I'm like, this is Stephen. Oh, this is Stephen King. Like, dang man. Everything. I mean, not everything, but most of the mainstream horror films that you like I know it, and then they got a bunch of Pet Cemetery and different things is Stephen King or Stephen King inspired. But yeah,
Right. So, what's going to be our next movie review for the people? We got to pick another movie.
I don't know. What do you think?
We can review
Because
him
I
because
was
we did
thinking,
see him.
okay, yeah, we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
That sounds
and it's
good to
on
me.
streaming, so I can rewatch it.
Yeah, I remember when it came on streaming. I was like, hey, I need to go back and watch that. but we ain't gonna say
Yeah.
much more about it on here. But how do you feel about? I mean, since we on Scream, what was your favorite Scream movie of the franchise, or do you have a favorite?
That's a good question. I wanna the original is always where it's at. That builds the story. But my second favorite would
Yes.
be the fourth one because wait a minute, was it the fourth one? No, it's the second one. No, fourth one, yeah, because it had I think of the girl's name. But anyway, she was a cop in the movie. And basically I like that because it it was Sydney's family. It wasn't her daughter or anything. It was like her cousin or something that the things happened to. And I just like that they started including the family part before they got to the daughter.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Yeah.
Have you seen Scream
But like you
4?
saying, the I don't know if I remember. I remember the first three vividly. Then it was like the other ones
Because
kind
one
of
of the boys,
more vague, and then I loved like the original one built the franchise. It was really good because you didn't know what was what throughout the movie because you didn't know none of the people. You know what I'm saying? I
right,
want to say, and I can't. And this sounds crazy. I don't exactly remember the whole plot of it, but I want to say the third one when I was watching them was my favorite. But I can't exactly remember what happened in that one. But I remember back when I was watching them, I was like, the third one was really good. The first one was the OG, and then the second one was good. It's like the first three, that trilogy of them first three was really good. And then, like you saying with the fourth, when you explained the fourth one, I was like, yeah, I think I remember that. Well, I watched it, but I didn't remember everything about it. So I just remember all of them was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? All of them were good, not pretty good. All of them was good and very suspenseful.
yeah. I just think they should just keep paying Nev Campbell what she deserved to be paid to keep her on this movie franchise.
Right, right. So she built. I was calling her Nevy Campbell, and then I was like, nah, it's Nev Campbell. Like people saying Nev Campbell, and I'm like, in my mind, I've never said Nev Campbell. I always say Nevy. But now it sounds don't sound right that I'm saying it that way. And
Nev
I,
Campbell.
I've never seen that name before. That's the only person I know with that name. He's the only person I know with that name.
Yeah, Nev.
But I, I did like six. Part six was pretty good with what's her name, Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, yeah.
I just like her in general because she was on. She plays Win. Don't she play Wednesday? Ain't that the same girl,
Yeah.
right? Lady.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
I
she plays
said.
Wednesday.
I mean, she's older, ain't she? Yeah, but she's good in roles that she does, and it was that one was more like younger crowd, younger people, and it was like they were like film students and stuff. Yeah, so that aspect was good.
So
I
do you
like I
think they
say,
should
like you say,
continue the
I just enjoy watching the whole franchise. Sorry, good.
yeah. Do you think they should continue the franchise long like they did with Halloween and Nev becomes old like Jamie Lee Curtis is in Halloween?
Yeah, and like because people be getting on to like the Fast and Furious franchise. I mean that one did get it got to a point where it was like, and I'll promise I seen they went outer space, and then it was like, what more can
They
they
did.
do after they went into space on some cars? And then like that didn't make sense. But with this, it's all making sense. And I mean, honestly, I mean, even with Fast and Furious, as long as people going to their theater and watching it, keep making them. You know what I'm saying? But I
Right.
feel like this one can keep going and it not get corny or stupid. Like people will always enjoy this movie, this Scream.
Right. I agree. Anything
Oh,
else you
and
got
I'd
to
say
add to the movie review?
another scary movie I like was Saw. You remember the Saw franchise? I love
Yep.
them. Them were good too. Matter of fact, I might go back and watch some of them. I don't know, but yeah. But yeah, that's
Okay.
it. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Well,
Scream.
we
So
want to thank y'all for listening and watching our review of Scream 7. We'll be back again to review another movie. And yeah, thank y'all for watching.
yeah, thank y'all for watching. We hope y'all enjoyed it.
Bye.
Bye.